Hey, Justin.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me turn you up a little.
Okay.
Speak again.
Yeah, sorry, just got home.
It's all good. I'm just trying to balance you out. Speak again.
Yep.
Probably good. If someone jumps into the chat, we'll see.
Yeah, that's my plan to just adjust it.
So what I did is I just streamed my main screen to you in Discord, and as long
Hmm.
as that doesn't like kill my upload rate to Twitch, and that way you won't like be lagging on what's on my screen.
Okay. Okay, I'll just use your channel then, because I'm not planning on streaming the preliminary. I have to I have to do some med school stuff after.
Sounds good. Yeah, I don't know if you were gonna like have your Magic Online open and like be pulling cards and stuff on your side as well at the same time, or we'll just do it all on this screen. I'm not really sure how the best way to go about it is.
Yeah, we can do both. I have both monitors up, so I'll be working on my end and watching your screen as well.
Once a couple of people come in, I just like want to do an intro, and then I kind of want to talk about like I don't know how you think that we should approach the form. Like, how do you think you would approach any set roulette format? Like, what order you like? What you look at land based? You look for powerful synergies, that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll just like pull some
Yeah.
cards, think about some decks, and maybe do some battling if we have time.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. If you do battling, I'll fire up my end of the stream so we can get both perspectives. But
Oh yeah,
I don't know how much we'll get done, so.
yeah. I'm not sure. It's a lot of cards, right? It's like 1,400 cards.
Yeah, though not all of the cards work well together,
That's true.
and the mana base is shit. Actually,
Yeah,
if you think about it,
I
but
haven't looked at it at all yet, so I'm not
yeah,
really sure.
okay.
All right. I see a couple people in chat. How is the volume? Can you hear Matt okay? He's a little low. Up on my do up and up here. All right, can you talk again?
Yep. So, hello all. I think we got 4 people. No, it's failing.
How does that sound, chat? Is that better?
Dante and Ian.
Still the same. All right, Matt, do some more talking. Try one more time.
Okay. Thanks for chiming in. I'm gonna pop out your chat so I don't have to have the entire stream up. I can just use Discord. What else have I done that? What's the pop out chat?
I already have you
Oh,
all the way up on Discord, and then I have like my desktop audio settings are high too. I'm not really sure if I can even put you. All right, one more time. This is all the way up for you.
testing, something or other.
How about that, Valen? Is that better?
I'm not sure I listened to Balin. He might be lying to you.
You're hitting like the same decibels that my mic output is, so I'm like, I don't really want to turn you up anymore. Not that I really actually even can. So
Yeah, no, I mean it's fine by me. As I don't think I have to be the same volume. I think I just have to be understood.
yeah, I think you're
I also
probably.
have a panting dog in the background, so
I think we're good now. So welcome everyone in chat and in the future on YouTube. I do think I'm gonna cut this up and just put it on you. Or maybe I won't even cut it out. Maybe I'll just put a block of it on YouTube. because I know a couple people have already said they can't go up, but they want to still see what happened. This is a special set roulette stream. I have a guest here, Matt Murray.
There you go.
Probably know him from crazy vintage brews, and as is a streamer when he's not studying.
He just plays legacy decks in vintage, like Maverick, green, white, Xerox.
That's more fun, isn't it? Ninjas, right?
I mean, nobody could deal with a Sanctum Prelate, which was the theory behind the deck. Like, hey, Sanctum Prelate seems really good right now.
Definitely agree. Did you see the other 5-0 that I linked today that had Sanctum Prelate?
No, I haven't really had much time. I need to take a look at it. But
so one of the Japanese players, I think I played them when I was like testing the Esper Vial port. They took kind of the Esper Vial port, but they only played they played no vials. They just played like all the blue creatures, so they could play Force of Wills. But that one was like, I can pull it up. Really cool. It's like here it is. So it's a Thalia Sanctum Prelate Glow Rider, like humans deck for Cavern, but it's also a, you know, I don't know how we're casting Narset in this deck. That seems like a ambitious play, but
yeah, I mean this deck is just scooping to chops.
Right.
This is the game plan there. There's no sideboard plan.
I feel like you'd have to.
I guess it's just the swords.
You'd have to play Serenities, right? Like probably 4 Serenities or something. But people...
Yeah, so I chose the green-white version so I could run Force of Vigors and beat chops twice. Like the Force of Vigors were just insane. Also, you know, just Knight of the Reliquary is really good against chops too, if you can get it going.
For sure.
You can outgrow their creatures, and then you can go get Tabernacle and start strip mining them out. Also, Collective Roof. Right. But that deck would be much better against combo. Much, much better. I think PO would be problematic for the green-white deck to beat.
That's true.
Especially PO on the draw. I wouldn't have much in the ways of turn 1 interaction. It'd really just be trying to like force a vigor and get lucky.
That can be good enough, though.
Yeah, I mean, the smarter PO players can try to just pass the turn and then PO for a bunch on your upkeep.
Right.
But, like, Vintage is fun. Like, there's definitely a lot of things that can be underexplored. I want them to do some on restrictions now, I think. And then the deck that is definitely concerning is the Xerox decks from week 2 of the newest format.
Yeah,
before we get whatever happens.
Feels like not much has kind of changed after we got rid of the powerful cards from the newest set.
No, Preordain fuels the cantrip engines, and the Del spells have been really good for a long time.
Yeah.
So
this isn't vintage. This is constructed set roulette. So Mythic Society has been, I think this might be the second or third. This might be the third week they've done this. They do, you know, a roulette. They pick 6 sets at random. I think it's 3 big sets, 2 small sets, and a core set, with some restrictions there. And the one that we have this week is Weatherlight Onslaught, 8th edition, Shadowmoor, Alara Reborn, Hour of Devastation. Now, basically, we're going to put together freeform decks that are, you know, they're still fitting, you know, 60-card constructed decks, but they're only using the cards that are legal in this set, and don't believe there's any ban or restrictions that apply to this. Does anything jump out at you when you look at these 6 sets?
Yeah, so 3 of the sets have cycling, I believe.
Hour of Devastation, Onslaught.
It may be just 3 or 2.
Not sure what the other 2 are. Not as familiar once you get back this far.
But, so cycling is a theme, goblins was a theme in a couple of them.
That's Onslaught, right? Onslaught and Weatherlight?
So 8th edition actually had Goblin King.
Oh, okay.
As a Goblin Lord. I think Alara had some goblins too. And then also, like, the best card, I think, in all of these sets, it's a pretty weak combination of sets.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you look at banned and restricted cards. One of the cards that's not currently on the ban list is Bloodbraid Elf.
Oh,
and I think that's objectively the most powerful card in these sets, like looking at the Scryfall posts that were posted. Like none of the cards that are banned are actually like really powerful.
Yeah, so
It's like
when you
Painter Surfeit and Merchant Scroll.
when you look at these sets, I'm looking at like Hour of Devastation as maybe the most powerful one. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but that was kind of weak too. It had a very powerful card. There are a couple of cards.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, Scarab God.
Right. That's the first card that came to my mind when I heard Hour of Devastation. I played a lot of Grand Prix Magic with the Scarab God.
But after that, there wasn't that many powerful cards and synergies like the Braid. I mean, Rami Napsi's Vintage Play. It didn't add that much, I don't think. If you look at the average prices for cards in that set, like Scarab God is less than just a couple of ticks.
Scarab God, right? Okay. So if you when you're presented with success and we need to make decks out of it, what is the order in which you go about it? Do you first identify powerful cards? Do you identify powerful synergies? Do you look at what mana bases can be supported? What order do you think you would attack it?
Yeah, so one of the things that I kind of think about, I didn't necessarily play with these decks, but is basically what are they about? Like, what were they trying to do? For Core Set, they didn't really have much of a theme. Mm-hmm. But, like, Onslaught really tried to be tribal. Sure. Weatherlight, I don't know, it just actually seemed very weak to me. Alara Reborn tried to be multicolored, I think.
That was the first big card. I mean,
yeah,
shards came from that set, right?
Yeah, every card in the set, I think, was multicolored, right?
Was that one of the full ones? Okay. Do we even have the mana support multicolored in this?
Well, they had some hybrid cards, I think. And then the other card was actually weird. Yeah, Fetch Lands are in Onslaught, not me.
And there's there's Reflecting Pool, right, from the cards? Or is that Shadowmoor?
Mm-hmm. That's in Shadowmoor.
So, like, what I thought, I was like, try to think back on when these cards were played and which ones really, stood out as powerful cards at the time. And then also, as you're, like, pulling powerful cards, thinking about what are just generically powerful, well, then what goes with them? How do we support them? What kind of cards historically support that kind of strategy? And like move forward from that way. So in that sense, I put the 6 sets into, both Scryfall or Magic the Gathering Online, and then started with setting it as just the Mythic rares and rares. So you can see what kind of like generically powerful cards or build around me cards, at least at the rare rarity. Obviously, you've already picked out like Bloodbraid Elf as a powerful card that's not a rare or a Mythic rare. But like when you start to look at these cards, like obviously Scarab God jumps out at you.
Oh yeah.
The Nicol Bolas Planeswalkers were like too much mana. I don't know, when you think about these high mana cost cards like Thraxamundar, which is like a generically powerful card, you have to think, can we actually make it to that mana cost? We have to figure out how fast the format is, what's going on in the format. So it's like some of these cards have stipulations on whether or not they actually are powerful, right?
Yeah. Then I don't know if you pick out role players, like Chroma's Vengeance fits into the category of sweeper.
Also fits in the category of cycling, right?
So you can also pick out various removal spells too, if you're just trying to look at what functionally existed. This isn't a lightning bolt set. This is, I don't know, Shock is like in every single one of these sets.
Get a lot of Shock.
At least Onslaught in 8th edition. But so like pulling out Scarab God, Lotus God, and Scorpion God is identifying cards that functionally fit as win conditions.
Yeah.
And essentially control shells. Not too familiar with Scorpion, but
it's just I'm just, when I think about the Scorpion God, and when we've already identified that the sets might be on a lower power level, this is a very generically powerful modern 5-drop, right?
Yeah.
So like I could see this being like if this format is slow, this thing might just take over, right? Obviously, it's no Scarab God, but just a generically powerful mythic. So I think since we've already identified that we might want to do cycling as well, maybe like pulling out powerful cyclers, build around me cyclers.
Everybody, and welcome back to coverage of.
That makes a good point. That city is also legal, gemstone mine is legal. I'm not incredibly interested in gemstone mine, but the combination of city and reflecting pool does bring up like a 5-color control or 5-color type of deck.
Isn't reflecting pool your opponents?
No, you're thinking of Exotic Orchard, which is a huge commander staple that like spiked and was like 5 ticks or something at some point. Mana Leak is very good. Counterspell Rewind is also legal in 8th edition. We're not at that point. We're just going through the other ones. But I was just talking about some of the things that I approached it as.
Another thing to think about as you're moving through is if people are, when people have these fun one-off sets, they think about, powerful cards, flashy things, right? But there's also something to be said about maybe there's just a density of red creatures, right? That can just attack.
Steward plus Intruder Alarm. What is Steward?
Now, I think this is a card that has been banned, right? At some point? Bio-Rhythm?
Yeah, mostly for Commander. Steward of Solidarity.
Like, what is it's just like a win con against, like, you ramp with creatures and you set your opponent's health really low? Is that what...
Yeah.
Because I've seen this card on ban list, but I've never seen anyone ever cast this card.
Well, that's right, Steward of Solidarity. Make a bunch of 1/1s. I think they had talked about it when that card was spoiled. I just didn't recognize the name.
There is a Blood Moon, but we don't know what
kind of... That would be a foil to the 5-color deck, but it's hard to metagame for a single tournament event.
How much, like, what's the mana base even going to look like, right?
Yeah. I mean, Bribery is always less good and constructed.
This thing is like Goblin?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was thinking. Like, Goblins actually look kind of interesting to me. Because Pile Driver was an Onslaught, Goblin Sledder, Goblin... whichever the one you sacrifice to make mana. Like, there were a bunch of good ones. There's no War Chief, there's none of the haste ones, but there's a couple of Lords. Like, there's a decent amount of Goblin synergy here.
This is probably a really generically powerful card as well, right? The Champion of Blitz. I mean, that's
the mystery.
Those are the cards I know a lot about. Oh, there's a City of Brass.
The most generically powerful cards are in our Devastations.
You're right, there is a City of Brass. Did you say there was a Gemstone as well? Or no?
That's Weatherlight.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah. But, I mean, that's not generally a good land in most cases.
Sure.
Duress, I think, is also in this set, although I can't remember if that was omitted in 8th edition.
This is a card that I believe saw play, right? Demigod of Revenge.
Yeah, really getting into its control. But I
feel like it's possible we have a way to do that as well.
You're going to win games because people are going to counter the Demigod with a trigger still on the stack, and it's going to come back. That was definitely one of the key ones.
Well, there's Doomsday, but I don't think there's any. Maybe we're doing any Doomsday things.
Oh no, unfortunately not.
This is a generically very powerful red card for the aggro shell. I don't know how many elves there are, but
so this is the slide format too. Like Lightning Helix, this card, and I think Astral Slide was in this deck too, in this format.
Eighth edition has like some real weird cards, right? It's got like Bridge and Moon, and I know people have hated the fact that 8th edition exists in Modern. Salted Angel.
I've still seen people do that in Shadow.
Oh, here's
Yeah, I mean Demigod, like for 5 mana, 5/5 attacker, it's really good. And then you draw your second copy. Your opponent has to kill your 5 mana haste card, and then the second one just typically wins the game. So there's a bunch of different ways to build various red aggro decks.
It seems like there's a lot of these like very role players that out of
Oh come on, you got to take Future Sight out. That
Future
card's so
Sight.
much fun.
Oh, I didn't even recognize it with that art.
Oh, that's the OG art.
Yeah. Oh, there's also this.
The enabler isn't in this set though. I think they were split, right?
Refurbish.
Well, there was also the thing that you would sacrifice since you got a lot of counters, right?
That has to be the same. Kaladesh had refurbish, and then what is the one that gets it back? It's Throne? No. I can look it up. Gift of the this is a card that I played way too much. I registered that in too many times basically.
So they do this. They split these between sets.
Did they split it
as spoilers? Yeah, Gate to the Afterlife, I believe is what it was. Does that bring it up?
So that is Amonkhet. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
you'd have to think of a different way to get the God Pharaoh's gift into play. Oh, yeah. we have 8th edition. What the heck is happening? We have 8th edition, right? Is that Tron?
Yeah, there is Tron in here.
So you could Tron? I could Tron a gift.
Yeah, I mean, if there's enough color synergies, that could be fun. There's no like searching for lands, though. There's no like Sylvan Scryings or Expedition map.
So here's your goblins, and these are some powerful goblins right here. King, Pile Driver, Sharpshooter.
Pyromancer saw play as a 1-up in the original Onslaught Goblin deck because you just made your guys huge.
And it's just a big pump.
So if you also have one of the sacrifice goblins, like Sledder or the one I keep blinking on, you just sacrificed it before you got to your instep, and it was basically a free everything gets +3/+0. Bogarden could be a good control card for like a blue-red control deck.
I pulled a lot of blue and red cards so far.
Yeah, I mean, the red cards are kind of split, but like, if you wanted to do a green-red aggro deck, Bloodbraid Elf into Hammer Bogarden gives you a lot of inevitability.
That's totally true. Our Promise.
Is the Garvian Restoration in this format?
This technically finds Tron lands. Our Promise.
That's true. You just have to get to 5 mana.
Yeah, at that point you're like, do I need Tron lands? But there is Intruder Alarm. I don't know what kind of combos there are with Intruder Alarm in this block of sets. It just feels like every time I pull over a card, it's a powerful red attacking card. Something to note is this tournament is played with open deck list.
Yeah.
So Meddling Mage does get a little bit more powerful in that regard, right? Especially if people are trying to do combo things. So we have the filter lands and fetch lands and City of Brass is what I've seen so far for lands.
So yeah, there is a blue way to bring back the God Pharaoh's gift.
A blue way? You know what that's called?
Aggravin Restoration. So that actually works really well with Champion of Wits.
Which one is it? Yeah, Champion of Wits is like one of the most powerful
cards. Aggravin Restoration.
Is that a rare?
No, I think it's an uncommon.
I'm scared to lose my set here.
That's fine. I mean, we'll get to it eventually, but that was something that's noted. So that is a possible thing we can do.
Agrovan's Restoration. Wow. Yeah, that's just refurbish. And look,
Yeah,
and you get
you
your,
don't have to play white. We can figure out something else broken.
you get your support cards too. You get your strategic
planning seems really great with that too, because I can put the restoration in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So that actually seems like a really.
That sounds like that seems like something I would love to do, is try to figure out how to make that work.
Oh yeah.
Where I was down here somewhere, guys.
You're at like Delta-ish, I think.
Peacekeeper. I've been having a lot of fun with Peacekeeper in Vintage because I'm been like losing to Hollowvine over and over again, and they can't kill this card. One of my latest tech. So there's a Phyrexian Arena. That's a card.
Yeah, Corrupt is also in this format too. There is like a mono black.
Oh shit! Yeah. There's Plow Under. So there's Bloodbraid Elf. Is Stone Raid in 8th edition?
Good question. I'll search for it now. Yes.
Oh no, that could be dangerous. Bloodbraid into Stone Rain into Plow Under that's historically something that sees play even to this day. Not Plow Under per se, but even just Bloodbraid out into Stone Rain is a modern deck. Whether you think that's a good modern deck is like up to debate, right? But
there's also Birds of Paradise too.
Yeah, I pulled Birds out
as your ramp.
So Birds into Stone Rain into Bloodbraid Elf. Here's your Reflecting Pool. So it is any mana of a land that you control. So you can make a 5-color mana base theoretically here. Seems important. Riptide Lab. So there's another elf. Savannah Lions. Trinity. Dragon.
So Sovereigns of Alara could potentially be good depending on what enchantments are there. It was really good with the draw. Oh.
Yeah.
Eldrazi Conscription.
But we don't think I don't think there's anything super strong, right? Oh, there's
birds. Seismic Assault has to be pulled too.
There's Swans.
Was in this one
See
too.
Swans.
Yeah.
Where's Seismic Assault? Oh, I missed it. Yeah, there is Swans and Seismic Assault. There is definitely Swans and Seismic Assault. Wow. So I should get a notepad going. So we're looking at God Pharaoh's Gift decks. We're looking at like a red green land destruction. There's definitely got to be like a blue black Scarab God control, I would say.
Yeah, and then there's a mono black control too. I think maybe depends on the critical mass of mono black cards, but there's Arena and Corrupt at least in the format.
What else do you like? Oh, you're saying there's Corrupt. Okay, I was trying to figure out like what's your payoff. Your payoff is you don't have to have shitty lands, right?
Yeah.
Mono black. We have a red aggro deck, but it could also be a goblins deck, depending on what. Or it could be both. You know, could be like half and half if we don't have enough.
I mean, there's a red green aggro deck too. I mean, you could even go like 3-color and try to do City of Brass, Reflecting Pool, some ambitious mana base with that. Some Zooish style deck. I don't know. We'll see how the aggro decks end up going. They tend to be more influenced by commons and uncommons.
Like that's true. We're only looking at rares right now. That's more the build around me style cards. All right, so I have these.
The aggro decks are just plugging in like generically good cards that you find, like removable spells and aggro creatures and whatnot.
Time Sieve? Probably too cute. So there's Underworld. There's Underworld Dreams as well. There's Underworld Dreams and Howling Mine. I'm not saying that we should ever do that, but it's something you could do.
That was one of the cards that was banned. Vraska used to be that. Undead Gladiator used to be.
I love Undead Gladiator. That's a 6 cycling card. There is Hollow One if there's like a solid cycle. Oh, we do want to put Swans on the list because I feel like it's pretty easy to make a generic Swans deck when you have Swans and Seismic Assault already, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Weathered Wayfarer has always been good too.
Weathered Wayfarer, Void Mage Prodigy, Wargate. Wargate could enable a combo deck, right?
Yeah, based one.
Woodfall Premise is like
Brewing,
a really typically a very strong ramp card
yeah, you just
at the
have to get
top
it
end.
into play.
Whoa, this is a green beatdown card right here. That's a really strong. That whole cycle is pretty good. With
Oh,
Leaf
yeah.
Liege.
Yeah, Ruins is a great card too. We're still dealing with rares, but
Yeah,
I mean,
we're starting with rares, and then we're gonna. I have a feeling the red beatdown deck is gonna be very strong and just kind of smash people. So this is worship as well. That's something worth keeping. There is technically an enchanter's presence. And I was looking at some of the enchantments. You have all your words here. Words
yeah.
of wind, words of waste, words of lightning, words of wind. So like theoretically, there also could be an enchant. There's Wrath of God too. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, don't forget about that one.
Don't forget about Wrath of God.
And then Sir's Weirding has been played before.
There's Weirding. Players reveal their hand. If a player would draw a card, they reveal it instead. What is it? What is this played in?
So you just make people not draw cards anymore.
By them not having enough life?
Yeah.
If a player would draw a card, they reveal it, and any other player may pay 2 to just put it in the graveyard. Oh, okay, so you use your life total to make them stop drawing cards.
Yeah. And then you use something like words of whatever life gain thing is to gain life, and then you choose which replacement effect would take priority.
Next time you would draw a card, you instead gain 5 life.
Yeah, so you gain 5 life and then use your 2 life to lock them. It's like a really stupid way to make people miserable.
There's a lot of powerful enchantments in this as well. I'm gonna put it down as something to look at. Enchantress.
Yeah, there's no solitary confinement level of miserable card, but there are some miserable cards here.
Okay. There's also birds. I just pulled them this, but I don't think they're strong enough.
Circle Protection red is probably going to be very good in this format.
Yeah. That's very true, Dante. Very true. Okay, so that's the rares. I'm sure I missed some as I pulled through here, but kind of got a gist of what we're looking at for theme-wise, you know?
Mm-hmm. We've identified certain strategies. Persecute could be good if we expect monocolored decks.
Persecute.
Again, for the mono black deck, but I don't think it's a build around me card. I think it's just a card that
could tangentially be good depending on what we think people will play.
Yeah, it's a very good sideboard card, Lord of the Undead. So there's tribal lords and tribal synergies from Onslaught. Maelstrom Pulse, I don't think you dragged in.
Oh, did not drag in. That's definitely a powerful one. I heard there was Terminate as well. So you have Maelstrom Pulse and Terminate, which is gunned.
The question is the mana base strong enough?
So you have Thicket and Karens, and you have fetch lands and 5 color lands. Possible. Sorry, fetch lands are not fetching any duels though, which is something worth noting, right?
Yeah, but you can always get whatever mana you need to enable.
There's Coat of Arms as well. Like, kind of a weaker card, but like not one that you can just ignore sometimes.
Yeah, the fact that it's asymmetrical can be a liability in a format where people are probably going to be drawn to tribal themes.
Fair.
Pyroclasm is going to be important too as another sideboard card. Like if you're not playing a goblin or an aggro theme, you're probably going to want either of those cards.
I'm gonna skip going from commons to uncommons. I'm just gonna pull. Well, I want to pull.
So
lands.
If you do the rarity of land, it just pulls up the basic lands.
Oh, okay. I need to pull.
You'd have to do card type.
I want to do that next before we go down into the depths and see if I missed anything that was like really important in here.
Yeah. So Scavenger Grounds is a pretty good graveyard hate card. That's probably one of the premier ones in this format.
You have tap lands. You have tap dual lands. You have Gemstone Mine. So you have a solid 5 colors then, right? You have Reflecting Pool, Gemstone Mine, City of Brass. That's 12
and there's
already.
Blood Elf. This is actually like really a cool number of sets. There's the Cycle lands too that are really strong.
Oh yeah. The Cycle land. You have 2 sets of Cycle lands.
Yeah.
You have the 1 mana Cycle lands and the 2 mana Cycle lands. Wow. Okay, well, let me just put these over here and put like at least some of these over here.
Yeah, so the cycling synergies are really strong in this format if you wanted to go in on Lightning Rift and Astral Slide.
There's a lot. There's a lot. But I actually think this mana base isn't perfect, right? If you had a dual, if any set of dual lands to fetch, it'd be a lot cleaner. And then
Yeah,
you
but I mean,
get a little
the
crazy with
objective is
these.
that.
Obviously, these don't work together with themselves.
No, like this is what the fetch lands were supposed to be. They were supposed to be just decent lands.
Right.
They weren't supposed to be like this broken.
Oh man, you do have this full set, the Ramunap Runes entire set, right? Because all of these are good. If Near Deadlands, If New Rivulet, Oasis, Ruins, and Shift Net Dunes. So all of those saw play, and they were all good.
Yeah, but thinking from a perspective of, you know, how do you attack the metagame, a lot of these lands require life.
Yeah.
So they favor aggro decks.
Yeah.
Or they come into play tapped in the cycling lands.
I mean,
so they would favor aggro decks.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actually a little bit more than I thought for this lands. Let's look at uncommons. And see if there's any more build arounds that jumped out.
Slide. I would build around that one.
Yeah, that's a card.
Bloodbraid Elf for sure.
Yeah. Hammer, Hit Blast.
So Blackmail was not really built around, but
This
Bogart,
guy.
that guy's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's probably one of the best burn spells.
Does 3 damage to any target. That player then may discard a card, and they can. Oh, let's see. I've never. They copy and get an. Okay.
The burn spells in this format aren't great. Like it's shock at 1 mana, and that's one of the better ones.
But there is circle protections.
Complicate and Concentrate are both good in blue. Corrupt.
Oh yes, corrupt. I feel like I guess that is your payoff if you did build that way. First, I didn't see any like Merfolk Lords though, right? I didn't see like a Lord of Atlantis or a Regery, or maybe Regery was an uncommon. Remember. Doomfall, that saw play.
I have a blind spot to Merfolk. I'm just been traumatized from losing to them with my dirt.
Oh wow, Fecundity is in this.
Yeah.
Fecundity.
So there is no Merfolk Lord.
And explosive vegetation as well. What's Regery? Is Regery not in Shadowmoor?
Vegetation gets basics, so it doesn't help for Tron.
But it's still one of the most powerful ramp spells you can have.
Yeah.
It's also Fire
Javelin
Spout.
is a really good burn spell too.
Fire Spout, Javelin.
Yeah, so this format does have a lot of good powerful hate cards and Flash Fires and Boil.
That's true. If you're playing monocolor, is there I mean, no one's attacking red lands. I don't think any of the like the controlling decks are going to be like only islands or anything like that. Especially with the powerful like fixing are non-islands.
Can you go 1 second? I feel like there was something in here.
What do you want to say?
I feel like there was something in here that I missed.
Where?
Okay, you already saw Fire Spout. Never mind.
Yeah, Fire Spout.
So Headhunter is actually a pretty good sideboard card against control decks and other control decks. Because you board it in when they don't have any more removal spells.
Board it in post board.
And they don't. They just you take.
Also known as open decklist though.
Yeah.
But
well, then you could just leave it in your sideboard.
Then it's on some layers, yeah.
Yeah.
Counter target blue spell. Other guy. There is Lightning Blast.
Here's Lightning Rift.
And here's Lightning Rift. I feel like the cycling deck might actually be really good.
Yeah, I mean
you have your best payoffs, right? Like in the history of cycling, it's Astral Side and Lightning Rift, right?
And you have the best enablers in the lands.
You have 2 sets of lands.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I haven't been looking at chat. Sorry, chat. Anything cool in chat?
Sand Strangler, which I don't really know much about.
I'm not sure what a Sand Strangler is.
4 mana, enters the battlefield. If you control a desert or there's a desert card, it deals 3 damage to target creature. So kind of an FTK type card.
Oh, from the recent set, yeah.
It's not bad. I don't
Order's
know if you would
Redcap.
include it though.
Typically reasonable.
The 4 mana
Ecrital.
cards, the 4 mana slot is going to have a lot of competition.
Sure looks like it, yeah.
There's Blistering Firecat, there's Legions, there's so much in red, really. Blood Great Elf.
Pyrotechnics, Pyroclasm. There's a Reckless one for goblins.
Rewind is a good control card.
You learn why. I love this card. Judge Tower is really fun. Yeah, Sand Strangler is like a Flame Tongue Kabu for deserts, right? Another solid one. The cycling got much better once we hit this uncommon set. There's Slice and Dice as well. Depending on how small the goblins are. That could be like really important, right?
Yeah, so if you just want to beat every red deck, you could run Warship and Oversoul of Dusk.
Worship, what did you say?
You could just run Warship and Oversoul of Dusk.
Not
Oversoul
sure
of Dusk is a protection from red card.
Yeah. I'm not sure I know what either of those cards are.
Worship means your life total can't be reduced.
Worship.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said Warship, and I was like, confused.
Mishra's Warship.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably the best strong drop.
That's
for generic red.
It's red, green, and the goblin. There's Thopter Foundry. There's no sword, right?
There's not much. No, there's no sword. There's not much enablers for artifact strategies.
Doesn't seem like there's a lot of payoffs for being Tron. Besides, yeah, I feel like you could still make gifts in this with because you do have you have champion, this restoration, and gifts, and that's enough to make what was the gift deck, right? Like the gift deck wasn't a huge deal, right? Not a huge deal. It wasn't very hard for this shell. Like you have strategic planning, Godfarer's gift. This is your refurbish. You have champion. You just need to put in some payoffs to pull out besides champion, right? In standard, it was the angel. So I don't actually think you want to be Tron Shadro because there's no other payoff to being Tron. Whereas you can just be mono blue and using restoration. It's something I definitely want to look at. All right, so Veteran Explorer.
It seems a little bit worse in this format.
I would say so.
Than Legacy.
All right, let's quickly just run through the common section. And
the downside of being mono blue is I think people are going to play Boil.
You can get boiled, yeah. I mean, you have Mystic Gate. You could be blue-white again. What is the other? What is the other one? Blue black, right? You get Scarab God. Yeah. Yeah. Don't tempt me like that. I don't. Yeah, I definitely don't think you want to be all islands.
You like. You can play all the things.
Yeah, this is good.
Like the Graveyard Hate is not really there too much. Oh, that's a fun one.
This card's very good. One of the better cyclers. Also, an artifact and a creature.
And you can also bring it back with gifts. It's more creatures for you.
Yeah, this card's actually probably decent in that deck. So there's a lot of cards here, so I kind of want to run through and just see if we find any more. There are a non-zero amount of elves, by the way. I think it's missing some of the stronger ones, but they're there.
Yeah, I mean it has Wallwisher, Elvish Champion. There's no insane payoffs, but
I guess what I can look for is
The problem is like the sweepers are really good in this format.
There's Wrath of God, right?
Pyroclasm,
Wrath of God, Pyroclasm, Hour of Devastation.
Fire Spout.
There's Devoted Druid.
Yeah, like the issue is the getting your elves wiped is going to be bad.
I guess I kind of
And it's
want
gonna be
to. I
pretty
guess
easy
after
to
I look
go.
through this, I want to do it on subtype and see it. Look at goblins, elves, and
The border posts are technically things. I don't know.
who would use a border post?
Yeah, but I mean they're technically fixing in this format, and you have the they do have synergy with the fetches because the fetches get you whatever basic land you need.
They do have synergy with cycle lands as well, right?
No, because you have to return a basic.
Oh, it's a return of basic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ruin the fun. Oh god, there's that whole cycle thing set too.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
Okay,
all the
that's
living end
third one I was
ones.
thinking of.
The old living end ones, anyways. I think those are
Can
not
you
as
go
good
up
anymore.
a bit? Sorry.
Cruiskin Tusker as well.
Yeah. I think some of the like the Hackblade are kind of aggressive goblin type cards,
Which one? Oh.
but you have to get multicolored
That's tough.
cards
That's
in
tough.
there.
I really don't
Well,
think the red deck needs to be anything more than red. I guess it's red. Could be red green, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you hit that off a Bloodbraid Elf, that's 6 haste damage.
That's true.
So there are enablers. Infesting Shusher.
There is Mana Leak, huh? There is Mana Leak.
Yeah, that's the best.
Oh, this one is very good.
Mm-hmm.
This one is very good. This
No,
red deck looks good.
Popper good.
I mean, if it's Popper good, Popper's like a pretty powerful format. Cycling, there's a lot of. They hit a good number of cycling in this. They really did.
We've seen Blackmail. Blackmail was uncommon too.
Which one?
Blackmail tends to not be as good as you want it to be.
Blackmail?
From actually playing with Blackmail when it was legal in this format, it was never as good as you wanted it to be.
Dolly Pride Mage.
Reckless Goblin.
Rampant Growth. Raging Goblin.
Yeah. Hey, Nathan.
There's no like broken like persist combos, right?
Might not be in the pile, but we did put all of the removal spells in the pile. Like Fire Spout wasn't dragged in. Like we know they exist.
Yeah, I'm just like pulling cards so I can like visualize. I'm more of a visual person, so there's like shock. I think this is more like this pile is gonna be just so I can look at cards at a glance that I would want to work with, and then I want to like. I think after we think that, I want to like zoom in on specific archetypes and see what they kind of look like when you get put together, because you can't really like you have to make your deck with other decks in mind, right?
I was blanking on Skirt Prospector so much. Solar Blast is another good cycler, very good cycler. The Prospector and Sparksmith are both good goblins.
Sparksmith, yeah.
Soul Manipulation has historically been quite powerful.
So here is Stone Rain. They're also that card's never.
Ophidian is in this format if you want to make an unblockable.
Who's in this format? Harmony.
Oh, Soul Manipulation is actually probably really good in the Gifts deck if you bring back Champion.
Soul Manipulation.
Yeah.
I'm missing on that one. What is that one? Where is that?
Up one level towards the right.
Soul
Left.
Manipulation. Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's like the classic 2-for-1. And so it also works really well with the Cycler, the Architects of Will, because you basically turned it into an exclude.
No, Saturn, we're still going through the set. We've pulled up decks we want to try. Some kind of God-Pharaoh's Gift deck, red-green land destruction, different control decks, and different aggro decks. There's also we definitely think there's a cycling deck. Enchantress is probably asking for. I feel like these decks are actually much more cohesive than I thought they were going to be. I don't think you even want to like look at Enchantress.
Yeah.
I think this red deck is going to be the defining factor of limiting what people can play, right? Because I actually think of the decks, I think that's the most cohesive deck.
Yeah, but there's a decent amount of hate too. There's COP Red, which is one of the most powerful.
Yeah, but you're probably going to be red green, right? So you should be able to answer that.
Oh, I think you want to be red green. I think that's the advantage.
Volcanic Hammer. Another strong red card.
I don't think there's a strong mono red anti COP card in this format.
You don't think there's a solid what?
So one of the other things, Wood Elves, Rampant Growth, these all work really well with Vernal Bloom. If you wanted to go for like a mono green ramp deck.
I just worried about what's at the top of our mono green ramp deck because all we've seen is Woodfall Premise, right? I guess technically you have Biorhythm.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah, hold on. Let's put that. Let's put like some kind of mono green.
Yeah, that's probably a more fun deck than a good deck, but.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to look at goblins and elves real quick. So that's subtype. Elf comes first. Those were the only real like really strong rivals, right? That we saw. So you have champion. You do have Rise.
You can have 4 of each card, Nathan.
Wilt Leaf. You have that cycle, but I was never super into that cycle. Devoted Druid. Pioneer.
Why would Symbiote is the honorary elf that's not an elf?
Alright. This is like a little bit... Yeah, I feel like you're lacking some of the more powerful hits from elves here. I feel like you have some...
Symbiote isn't in this format though, that was Scourge.
Ooh, rip. Yeah, I actually don't think that the elf looks that good.
I think you would be more generically mono green.
I feel like you would end up. I feel like you are red green goblins as the aggro deck. Like you can have a more burn oriented deck, but like it turns out a lot of your powerful cards are already red green goblins, right? Like I think you want this card, and you want that 2/1.
Yeah,
and you want
the 2/1 into the John to Hackblade seems really strong as an opener, right?
Right. I think you can like choose how like, and you have the Ram Gang. Like, so I think some of your best goblins are red green as it is.
So I don't think you necessarily need Sledder and Taskmaster and things like that. You don't necessarily need to go all in on it.
No, I think you would probably just want to be like the synergistic red green goblins and like the most powerful burn spells you can find, right?
Yeah. And there's some really good ones.
I want to leave this pile here and then just start putting shells together. So, goblins. I think we should together make this red-green goblins deck because I don't know if you agree, but I feel like that would be the limiting factor on your more interesting deck. And then we can, because I want to look at the God Pharaoh's Gift deck, and I want to look at like maybe the Cycling deck or the Scarab God deck. Those are the ones that kind of interest me a little bit.
Yeah, so not me. The one of the most powerful ramp spells in the format is Vernal Bloom.
I don't know if I know what that card is. You say Vernal Bloom?
Yeah, so it's a mana double. No, Vernal, I believe. VERNA. There you go.
Oh, it's like the swamp one.
Okay. Yeah, so it was actually played in Elfindale, if it goes back.
Oh, okay.
And so it used like wood elves and like things that basically pull.
I mean, you have explosive vegetation, right? Like and rampant growth in that deck.
So you have a bunch of ways to put forests into play. It's
just up to what do you have at the top end was the thing we were really concerned about.
Exactly. You can make a lot of green mana.
We can make a lot of green mana. So, we've determined we can make a lot of green mana.
But like we're at the step 1, step 2, step 3 question mark, step 4,
right.
Profit. We're working on the step 3.
All right. Let's start by putting the goblin deck together so we can use that as a basis on how we want to build the interesting decks. So I feel like this is these guys, this guy, maybe I don't know, is King gonna be good enough? We'll have to see, I guess.
So I don't think you want. So I mean, there's definitely a bunch of different ways to build this.
Yeah.
I think to start with, you go with more
Just
like
red
a
green
value good
generic.
card and diminish the synergy.
Okay.
Because you have to assume other decks are gonna try to like goblins is gonna be on everybody's radar. I think like the mono red. We need a blood red elf too. I just think blood red elf is really really good.
Do we still play 4 lieges if we're playing?
I think we slimmed down on the leeches. Like maybe run 2.
So let's what were the what's burns we identified? What hammer? We need all of both.
So flame javelin was one of the better cards. Hammer Bogarden could go in the sideboard as a really good anti-control card.
What if I just do? I don't think I was gonna make the sideboard right now. I think I was just gonna see what the shell looked like. Oh, I'm in the God Pharaoh's Gift. Unreal. All right. Well, God Pharaoh's Gift is now red green.
I don't know. Like making copies of Blood Red Elf might be good. It's a 4/4 black ace creature.
So we just pull. If I just do, I don't want to hit reset filter. That would be bad. I want to do red cards. Start at the red cards. Oh, we also forgot about Demigod.
Yeah. So that's another way you could take it if you wanted to take the curve up to 5.
So, like this is one of the most. We definitely want like those.
Yeah, I think that's better than the cohort actually.
I'm not sure we'll need the cohort. I guess I have to look at what the curve looks like, right?
The cohort is just a 2/2 haste if you have another red creature, but you're not necessarily going to always have another red creature.
It depends on how many. It depends on how many 1-drops you play.
Yeah, the Hackblade might not also have haste too, so it might actually be worse than the others as well. Like the Hackblade is just a 2/1 that can potentially be a 3/2 haste.
I guess it depends on if we play the other multicolor red 1-drop, right?
Yeah, which one was that one again?
I think it's just a 1/1. Trying to find it.
Wait, is that giant spawning card? The red-green one that you tap a bunch of 1/1s? Because the other thing you could do is just play a bunch of the 1-mana goblins.
So here, there's a 1/1 Wither Goblin that's red green. I don't know if that's good enough.
No, so I would probably just try to put as many value creatures in here as we could. Like cards that are good for so like with good stats for what they do. Gorger could be more of a 3-drop.
Where's Flame Javelin?
Alphabetical.
Oh, I have it on.
Oh, no, you have it by sets.
No, I currently have it by. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. All right, I'm gonna type in the word flame. All right, there it is. This is so what was the red green land called? Sorry, actually this is a Remnant Ruins deck, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna want 4 of those, I think.
This is Remnant Ruins, and this is what's the red green like thicket maybe?
Firewood Thicket, I think, or something like that.
Fire? Oh, it's not red. Ah. Yeah. And then it's like, from there, it's just mountains, right?
We might want...
I mean, you could get Forgotten Caves, but it's like, it's really bad to have tap lands in your,
We might want, like, Wooded Foothills, and then, like, one forest to go get.
What does that do, though? What is...
So that means that we'll always have, basically, a red source for... Or a green source
for the Blood Red Elf. I guess it's just Blood Red Elf.
The other one is the Hackblade is kind of...
Oh, shit. You're right. We have the Hackblade as well.
So we might not need the Hack Blade. We might go with like another 2-power creature like the Cohort.
When you
Or
play
even the Pile Driver.
4 drops in your aggro deck, that's 20 lands typically, right?
It's normally 20-20-20 is, I think, Adrian Sullivan's philosophy of fire or whatever it is.
So let's just put 8, 7, and a forest. And then currently we have separate this by. Is there a way for me to do separate by? Or is that only draft decks? There's like a lot more options than I remember.
Date with versions in your collection.
I wanted to just like separate the spells. So we're currently at 8 spells. We don't want anything more that costs 4. And we're currently at 16 creatures. I mean, there's no more powerful 1-drops, right? Red.
Let me just do a quick search by CMC.
By red, by CMC. Me not having.
I mean, the best one's probably Slider or Taskmaster. You could play Raging Goblin, but that just seems very underwhelming. Like, there's no 2-power creature, really, for 1 red.
You do have Pile Driver, though.
Oh, Intimidator Initiate is actually really good.
Intimidator Initiate. Whenever a player casts a red spell. Isn't that like more like a 1 or a 2, right?
Yeah, you don't have to pay it as a 4-of, but being able to shut down a blocker in this aggro deck is really quite solid.
Is this a 4 shock deck, or... What was that?
I mean, it depends on the money.
Ow!
Nice.
That hurt, but it was great. It was a good pain. Thank you, Plays, for the bits. I don't know why that murdered my ears, but...
No, I didn't hear it at all.
No,
do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
It's because I have the headphones on, so you don't have to hear yourself, or the stream doesn't have to double hear you. It's just I who was murdered, which is fine.
Give him more bits. Give him more bits.
Like technically this is 20 creatures, right? But do we have enough burn spells that we would want?
We might want to play more because the format is very I don't know. It just has really bad burn spells.
I mean, at this point, like you should be playing like Pile Driver is just generically good, right? Or is it not?
Yeah, we have enough goblins, right? I mean, the only not well.
So the only non-goblin right now is Kenra. Oh, Kenra and Bloodbraid, I guess.
Yeah, so we don't have that many. If they have enough removal spells, like 1 or 2, then we're just attacking with a 1/2.
Wait, where'd my shocks go? All right, shocks.
So there's a couple of ways to build these decks. Like, you do have all of the red ones. You can basically put a bunch of goblins, like the 1-mana goblins, into a deck with Pile Drivers.
That just seems like really asking to get wrecked.
By, like, the sweepers, yeah.
Like, there's Pyroclasm in this format.
Yeah, but that's, like, the other way I feel you could build it.
Yeah.
And
I kind of like, I think these are the 3 best removal spells, right? That can still be Bloodbraided Elf.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you could just play a bunch more, like, I think I would just...
Well, I think at this point I'd add more creatures rather than more burns.
No, right. I'm saying, like, I think you'd play cohorts and maybe other 1-drops are so bad. That's my only real problem.
The initiates are fine.
Like 4 initiates, you think?
Yeah.
Then maybe...
I mean, we'll see how the lands play out too, but you could potentially run more because you have the ruins to mitigate flood.
True.
I mean, this is like your hyper consistent red deck that just gets a lot of value out of it.
I feel like whatever the best attacking deck is what your limiter on how dirtily your other decks can be. in my mind.
I mean, it's gonna stink when you Bloodbraid Elf into an Initiate, but you still have a lot of good things to hit. You can't Bloodbraid Elf into a Javelin, but I still think you want the Bloodbraid Elves and the Javelins. Like Elf is just a solidly good card.
Yeah, you have to like still have to adhere to some level of power, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like another 2. Like I don't think you want to play having 3 drops. I think I'd rather have another 2 drop set of 2 drops, right? Like maybe 2 Hackblaze or 2 Pile Drivers, or I mean we did have this change. I don't really think you want to play this change. It seems like really easy for opponent to just playing some dumb deck that can discard cards to make thin plays removal.
Yeah, the decks I typically ran it were like burn style decks. Yeah. And you didn't really care if they discarded cards.
There's just not enough good burn style decks. Or not enough good burn cards is what I mean. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by. So at this point, I would just, I mean, like you do have like more, you have like Sparksmith and those things that.
Shusher is decent, but might be good just as a sideboard card.
Right. Depends on how I mean, there will be Mana Leak decks, right? No matter what. So, not terrible. It's Thunderbolt. Player or a Planeswalker or a Flyer. Oh. I don't know, maybe it's like a Smarksmith and you don't have any ways to like pick what cards you're getting. Depends on. I feel like it's just a sideboard card. I feel like game 1 you'd probably try to be attacking as well. Red creatures have first strike. Assuming we can't cast Hackblade, I think you would just put like 2 Pile Drivers in the main because they're just going to attack. And it looks something like this, maybe. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't think you want to braid.
I don't think this is the Demigod deck, Saturn. I think there's a different deck that could be the Demigod deck, but I don't think this is the Demigod deck.
No. I mean, if we could get more green into the deck, or if we wanted more green, Colossal Might could be really good from like a damage perspective.
Colossal Might? Which one is that?
It's a red-green. It deals 4 damage. It's target creature gets +4/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. But it's red-green.
Oh, yeah. We'd have to be...
Well, like, in terms of dealing as much damage as you want.
Sure.
As you, like, want it.
I'm just, like, worried if you want to be able to write green deck, like, your mana base is garbage. I'm serious.
I don't disagree with that. No, I don't disagree with that. You would probably want to run a couple of City of Brasses and just recognize that you're going to be dealing yourself some damage.
This is probably one of the best mana bases we're going to build all day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like running City of Brasses for, at Ruins, you're going to deal yourself a lot of damage.
All right. I like that idea. I want to look at God Pharaohs.
Okay.
This is going to be a spicy meatball. So we had picked out we want like the basic shell from whatever this set's called. It's not Amonkhet. It's Hour of Devastation, which was God Pharaoh's Gift, Planning, Refurbish, which is now called Acquisition or something. Oh, I don't know what it's called. That Roulette. Restoration. And then Champion of Wits. I'm actually gonna pull up a blue-white gift. Blue-white gift standard. Definitely no reason not to leverage the already powerful cards that we have here. Right? Mm-hmm. So this card was in Kaladesh. That's like an enabler per se. Charter Course is an enabler. That was also not in Power, right? That's also Kaladesh. Oh, it's in Ixalan. Was it in other sets?
No, that was the only one.
Okay. It had Search, Opt. So at that point, it was like 4 payoffs Actually, this is a little bit like hard to tell like how you consider cat a payoff or not, but so we also do have if do Roulette as well as a possible land card here. So what we really need to do is find some cards that are actually good off God's Fair Gifts, and then some more enablers, right? You probably play Mana Leak.
Yeah, it's just like a generically good card.
Keep wanting to hit reset all filters, but I keep saving myself at the last minute.
I wish Firestorm wasn't random discard.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at blue spells. You want to see if you can find a creature. We thought about Scarab God, maybe, right? As maybe one of the creature playoffs.
As a top end, like if they shut you off of your primary plan.
We definitely played Scarab God decks that just like this deck can also just play Scarab God instead of dying. Oh, just play 4 like main deck Wrath of God, or like 2 or 3 main deck Wrath of God, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what's the game plan though? Like, what are we?
You're a control combo deck.
Yeah, so we need like creatures that kind of fuel this, like a Merfolk Looter or something like that.
Yeah. Like you would. Who said ramp? I didn't say ramp. Oh yeah, we're not going for a ramp backup plan. We want to build this, I think, similar to the God Pharaoh's Gift decks. Like there were 2 ways to build God Pharaoh's Gift decks in standard. One was like a really creature heavy using the 3 mana card, but that card's not in our thing at all. So the other way was a blue white control deck that had restoration. So it's like a combo control deck.
Memory Sluice and Conspire.
So what we should look at is like creatures that can discard, generic cards that have like some kind of discard ability along with them. What was this? This is a sorcery, right? Can't merchant scroll for it. Unfortunate. that'd be the tech right there.
Yeah, Merfolk Traders was what they printed because Merfolk Looter was too overpowered.
Void Mage Prodigy. Trade route. Exactly what we were. Necrotal, that's actually probably very good. We end up being black and not like, we could be black, could be white. Necrotal is not a bad one though.
Oh yeah, Necrotal would be very good, especially against the red decks in the format.
Look at creatures for a second.
The thing that I'm seeing is like the creatures feel very underwhelming.
We do need like I mean, maybe Scare God could be the most powerful. You can always do this cat as well. It's not great, but like it's a card that can bring back. It's a 4/4 double strike. I'm worried we might want to try to find like a really powerful life linker.
Yeah, I was thinking there's something that gains life when it comes into play.
Sure.
Doesn't match out very well against like Astral Slide.
No, this deck probably does not play very well against Astral Slide.
Kitchen Finks is really good with Godfrey's Gift, maybe.
Is Kitchen Finks in this set?
Yeah. It was in Shadowmoor.
Might just need it to like bridge the gap.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be careful though.
But you trade a couple of times and then reanimate it again. And it comes back as a 4/4. You obviously don't get the persist, but you still get to gain 6 life in total.
Very macabre. 6 sideboard tech.
For the mirror, yeah.
Discard it. I'm making a 4/4.
So the other one you could do is the cycler, architect of whatever.
Oh yeah. There's also Fulminator Mage.
Yeah, if you want to beat up
Tron.
non-basic.
The Tron deck that doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, there's always non-basics to kill.
Yeah, this guy is actually probably decent. Murderous Redcap comes into play and does 4 damage.
If we go black, we could go that. That actually might be better than Necrotal.
Yep, you can build a 5-color deck, Saturn. We noticed that as well. Horses are indestructible. Beautiful.
Blood Moon is also legal, Saturn, so if we want to lose to a Blood Moon deck, we could always do that.
Yeah, if you want to play, we'll put some 4 Blood Moons in our Blood Braid Elf deck, and you can play against us with your 5-color deck.
I hope Angel of Mercy isn't the only life gain card.
No, there's Exalted Angel.
Yeah, but I meant for like cards that come into play.
Oh, Staunch Defenders.
True. I was thinking there was like the one that was like 4 mana, because a lot of the Astral Slide decks will use that for life gain too, to beat the aggro decks. Just gain a bunch of life, and then that card's not bad.
Which one, the Cycler?
Yeah, I mean that's like on par with the Architect, but I think the Architect's much better.
Oh, definitely.
Because I mean, we don't really have the artifacts to really trigger that.
Never seen that card. Clearly, we're gonna reanimate some Arcanus, dude.
Thanks, Tribal.
This one has Fear. Oh, this is an angel that gains us a bunch of life. And by a bunch, I mean 6. The good part about the other angel from the standard was that it was a decent card as it was, you know? Like it put a bunch of roadblocks into play, you gained a bunch of life.
You could cast it as
a 4/4 cycling
5 mana card. The thing is, like, you cast it as 5 mana, it die, and then you gain more.
I don't think that's in the set, Valen. Is it actually in the set? I've played that card before. Oh, it is in the set. It's an uncommon. That's what we want.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
That's just a sideboard card, typically, though. The River Winder is not bad, though. If we're going like the cycling route. That one's a hexproof on its way out.
The Astral Slide deck looks sweet. Just looping Necrotal and Murderous Redcap.
Oh, should I look at
in Champion of Woods too?
Should I look at top end green cards out while we're like around?
It's up to you. Like, I don't know what your process is.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you want to focus on it on one thing at a time.
Yeah, I just like thought about it while I was looking at the top end. Woodfall Primus, Symbiotic Worm.
So Sylvaas can be good. Thorn Elemental, it's more like starter edition fun. There's not much that really goes with Sylvaas. Actually, Wrath of God has the can't really regenerate phrase.
Not the best.
Oh, actually, that's really good because you generate a ton of mana, you animate your lands, and you give them all trample. So that's probably the ideal win condition for a deck that produces a ton of green mana.
Yeah.
Small.
I want to go look into this sidebar. I'm not super. This is like this Godfair's Gift does look like it would work. It just doesn't look very good. My,
Miss Metal Skulk.
like my biggest concern with this right now is it just doesn't look like it'd be very good. Is there an Oblivion ring in this set?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the problem with this is I don't think there's a great enabler like a Mofo Looter type effect. It's just champion and strategic planning.
You don't have I mean, your enabler here is really, well, you have to get this Godfarer's Gift out of your hand, right? That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, and you only have 2 cards that really kind of do it.
We need one more. We need one more good enabler, I think.
Yeah. So, Skulk? Miss Metal Skulk? Lifelink protection from converted mana cost 3 or greater. I mean, it dies to shock.
So if I just look up, I don't know, that might be easier to do it on Scryfall than anything else. How do I add to my search terms? But didn't look like it added to my. I want to look at cards that say, I guess I can probably just look at like cards that say discard, right?
But I mean, it also bring up cyclers too. Unless if you want it.
Rough, yeah.
Beat the Ruins could do that. Forgot about that one, but that's played in Vintage Dragon.
Kind of interesting.
You could even sacrifice some of your creatures for Godfarer's Gift.
It's kind of like actually is sick to me.
Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, this deck might prove too slow, but I think it can be functional. And we'll take functional.
This one's not bad. It's like a bad charter course.
Yeah, there's also catalog too, but Tragic Lesson I think is functionally better.
It has an additional option.
Yeah.
There's this one too. This is draw 2 cards, discard a card with Conspire. We have blue.
I feel bad for catalog. Just look at the power creep.
Yeah, catalog got wrecked twice.
We should play catalog just to make a statement.
Oh man.
Memory Sluice is like the card that mills from the top of the deck, but it's not very good.
Which one?
It's not in here. It's not a draw discard. It's like mill from the top of your deck with Conspire.
I think Read the Runes out of the cards we just looked at is the best one.
I agree.
It has like pretty good utility.
It being instant speed is nice too.
Because we are playing Mana Leak.
Yeah.
I guess it does come down to like, are you the Wrath of God deck so that you can have Sunscourge champion? Because you don't want to be Esper, right? Or is there a Esper gate? I think so, right?
Esper Gate?
Sorry,
there's a blue-black gate.
There's a blue-black filter land? What's it called?
Sunken Ruins.
Sunken. You can't have too many of these in a deck, though. That's another problem, right?
I think it's Sunken Ruins.
Yeah, it is Sunken Ruins.
I'm pretty sure I played it before, so...
You could be Esper, then.
Yeah, you could be Esper, blue-black, blue-white. Blue-green. I don't know how you make blue-green work, but...
I've played blue-green Godfarer's Gift, too. I don't think Farm to Market is that good, not me. You can't cast the market unless you have killed a creature. Which makes it, like, kind of unfortunate against, like, the decks that are not creatures.
I mean, it would be good if you were running the card that mills. Which is why they played it in Standard.
That's true.
So they would be already putting it into the graveyard. But we only have strategic planning and the looters to put it into the graveyard, so it doesn't seem like we're getting as much value. I think if farm was cheaper, it would be more interesting to me. Like if it was a 2-mana removal spell,
Yeah.
but it's just not.
It's too conditional, right?
Yeah. Ooh, we could do mono Whitetron and use Weather Wayfarer to search. Choose the draw each time.
Oh, there is Kitchen Finks. You did say that. I wonder if like we just lose too much power. Kitchen Finks is definitely worse than playing Sunscourge Champion.
Is it?
This guy has a discard outlet built into it.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, it's like you could technically play that in your main if you really wanted to.
Yeah. But Finks is better if you don't have that working. Like it gains more life.
Hard to cast.
That's true. Yeah, I think in this deck it's probably better. I was also thinking Finks is really good with like Astral Slide. But I mean, I'm getting off topic.
Yeah, I know what you want to build. You want to build an Astral Slide.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking like cycle it to reset the persist, and then it never dies.
Oh my god, sounds fun to me. All right,
I saw the Renewed Faith, and then I saw the Kitchen Finks, and I'm like, oh, this is great.
There's definitely it definitely functions. This pile here. I don't know exactly which direction to take it. If it's Esper or if it's just straight blue white. If you play straight blue white, you play a bunch of tap lands, right?
You play a bunch of tap lands?
Like blue, like Seagate or something?
Yeah, probably. Like your color requirements. You don't have anything to do on turn 1, really.
Right. All you have, the only turn 1 plays we would have is if we played the 1-drop cyclers. So like either the Riverwinder, the Architects, or the Hulk.
You probably play whatever was on color for you.
Kind of interesting. I guess you would have Polluted Delta, yeah. How many lands was this deck? Like a 20 land deck? Sure. 13, 17, 22, but they had a couple
Just
cycles.
that anybody who's available, there's about 30 minutes until the Vintage Preliminary.
Sure. If people want to fire the Vintage Preliminary, I'm down to do that as well. That's in 30 minutes. Currently there's no one in there, but I'll definitely do that if people want to. Saturn's got deck built already. I'm still just soaking in the 1400 cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that we're doing it is just kind of to
showcase what you can do.
And talk about like how we go about building these things.
For sure. We'll definitely get some matches in at some point this week, Saturn, because I do think I'm going to try to play in this. I think I have to like sub on Twitch or something to get the entry, but besides that, like it's a like the tournament will be on Sunday. This Sunday, not this Sunday because today's Sunday, but the next Sunday, the 21st. So I think I'm going to play it, stream it.
Yeah.
There definitely is a Ponza deck. We should put that together too, right? That one's like pretty easy, right? Where you just go 4 bird, 4 stone rain, 4 bloodbird elf. Read for bloodbird elf, 2 plow under probably. I guess the fill in here, I'm not 100% sure what you're filling in.
Yeah,
that's your core,
beaters,
right?
You could do.
That's your core, though.
Sylvas. There's Fulminator if you want.
I guess like it depends on what
A
other people are
non-basic
playing,
mana.
but like
So one of the most powerful cards at destroying lands was Dwarven Blast Miner, which could definitely go in the sideboard. Like you play it on 2, and then you just blow up lands.
I mean, this deck can definitely play like Boil and the Plains one as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's Flash Fires and Boil too. All right, we'll search for land.
This is the Blood Moon. You still need another 1-drop. Is there another 1-drop ramper or?
No, there's like a red-green one that ramps, but they cost 2. And then there's like there's a couple of red-green ones, like Rampant Growth, Fertile Ground, things like that. I mean, you could run Elvish Pioneer, which is like the worst version of Arboreal Druid or Arboreal Grower or Grazer.
It's like a Volcanic Hammer deck.
Ley Lace was technically printed as a 4-mana Stone Rain that has cycling.
I feel like this deck does need more ramp, right? Or no?
Or just Settlers.
Settlers?
Not a ramp spell, but it does destroy a bunch of lands.
Not sure what that spell is.
Yeah, I just saw it.
What are you talking about? What is it called?
Orcish Settlers. 2 mana. I'm not going to spoil it. You got to see it for yourself.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just you got to take it in and absorb all of it. The card art, the effect, the everything.
Oh my god.
The flavor text, just everything.
They don't make them like they used to. Wow. That's certainly a card.
As far as like actual win cons, like, I mean, if you wanted to try to go 3 colors and go for blue, Annex is technically removable. Demolish is in there. Creeping Mold. Creeping Mold's not bad.
I don't know
but I mean,
how many like how many like you typically like have that many cards that are above Blood Red Elf though, right?
You have a win con. You have like Inferno Titan or whatever it is, or Chandra or whatnot. So Days of Calamity can be that. That's like the red-green Deus, 6 mana, deals 6 damage, and destroys a land.
That would end the game. And I do think you would need mold though. Like I don't think you have enough land destruction as it is. Like, that actually looks like a pretty solid amount of land destruction. Maybe you don't need like all your Fulminator mages.
I think Fulminator Mage is kind of one of the weaker cards.
It gets to play Pyroclasm.
Especially if you're playing
Pyroclasm in the board. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. So you could also run Utopia's. Well, Utopia's spell is
Demigod Buried Alive. That is a play you can make. There's Utopia Sprawl in this format?
No, not Utopia Sprawl. So there's a red-green, like, kind of hybrid one that adds more lands and gives Shroud. I think the Shroud might be important in case somebody else is doing this.
Like 2
So
days.
it's a Trace of Abundance.
Interesting. I don't think it's a bad idea, because I do think you're missing a ramp spell.
So the other one is just red green. It's just like mono green. No, we can do Demigod Buried Alive. That's what we're thinking of.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do that at some point. I don't think this is the deck for that, though. Different deck.
We had that on the list.
We definitely pointed it out. I don't think I put it on the list, but... What was this? Right, the green? Yeah.
It's Fertile Ground.
There's Rampant Growth.
Like, Rampant Growth might just be strictly better.
Yeah. I feel like it is.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue with Druid is it gets killed, and that's never feel good. Like, shocks should probably be pretty common. Removal should be pretty common.
This deck might even be like shocks and hammers, right? Like, depending on how much.
Yeah. I mean, this could also be a Hammer Bogarden deck to win the late game.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in like continuing building it, but that seems like a decent starting shell for that deck.
This has so much white border.
I mean, it's like all 8th edition, right? This whole thing?
Yeah.
Just all 8th edition cards.
Back when people played real Magic with fun cards like Blood Moon and Stone Rain and Plowunder.
It was miserable.
when Magic was great.
Make Magic 8th edition again. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
Okay, we got about 15 minutes or so before the challenge. If we did a Buried Alive deck, we don't have to be red, because you're basically attacking for 20 anyway. You probably want to be blue, so you have that. The other thing is, you could just go with the mono black control shell. So you could go mono black, run corrupts, and then basically just run the Buried Alive dazes as an alternate kill.
Do we see what a slide looks like next?
It's funny, I have your channel up. I hear you like putting down everything, and then I see you coming in the room right after that.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the delay. Yeah. So Orem really highlights the concern. Any deck that wants to beat blue can easily do it with choke and
Boil. Slide doesn't have to be like blue, right?
No. Actually, I think Slide would probably want to start with red-white, although the colors on that are going to be rough because their fixing isn't there.
And you can't really play painful 5-color lands either.
I don't think you will want to.
I don't actually know anything about what a slide deck looks like. This is actually an experience for me.
Yeah, it's been a while since I built it. It was really just all in on those. It would run Internal Witness too, because you go like turn 3 Astral Slide and then play the Witness morphed on 3. No, not Eternal Witness, Exalted Angel. And then you slide it and you have your 4/5. So again, what I was talking about was Taro's Faithful as like having your like default life gain card.
The red-white control deck.
Yeah.
Well, we don't
that's
have
basically
any.
what
We
it
don't
was
have
running as.
any fixing, right?
No, I mean you don't really need it. Unrecognizable card.
White slide with Eternal Witness.
And Orm points to the card that lets you cast cards from the graveyard, Abandoned Sarcophagus. We already found the. We already found some of the cards in there, like Hollowed One and things like that, Nimble Obstructionist. There's
Sure, if those like being things you want to be doing.
The lands are.
Why doesn't it let me?
And then Alara has some really good cyclers as well. The land cyclers were good, and then the
got a lot of cycles.
The hybrid cyclers were good too.
Cycling is what I had to search, not cycle. Okay, so Forgotten Cave and Step. I just feel like there's a lot less than I thought there were.
Because there are less than you thought there were. Only having 3 sets of cycling is not as much as you would think. And it wasn't as, like, they printed a lot of cyclers in recent sets. Starstorm, I think. Ederkerkov? Yeah.
What does this card do? You can just cast things you've already cycled.
Mm-hmm. Solemnity, Murderous, Redcap, and a Sacrifice Outlet does go infinite. That's a 3-piece combo, but it is fun.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, we're looking at the synergies that exist here. Renewed Faith is definitely one of the best cyclers ever printed, and any of the 1-mana spells, like, we know they're broken. We can see it from what's being played in, limited and standard right now.
So, one's 1 mana. Where are the 1 mana? I'm missing. This is just not right. Oh, here. Maybe that is all of them.
I don't think there was as many as we thought. You made me brew Mardu vehicles and Pioneer.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, I queued up to a Vintage League with car shops, and I immediately played against 2 Eldrazi opponents. And then my faith was destroyed, and I had to play against PO, and they killed me on turn 1 twice.
It's balanced.
So wait, how does this deck win?
Just Lightning Wish them out.
Oh.
I'm not sure Abandoned Sarcophagus is actually great. But
I don't think this card does anything, actually. So this needs to be like
graveyard.
More, right? Like
you can run Hollow Ones and recast them for no mana. I mean, I actually don't think Hollow One is that terrible in this deck.
I think it's okay.
I mean, it could be. You could just easily cycle 3 or 4 cards and play it as another payoff. But
I currently have these really high not these ones. Currently I don't have enough these are 1 mana cyclers.
So the other thing is Astral Slide just benefits you from looping cards like Kitchen Flanks and Eternal Witness. Things you can morph and then come in that are stronger or more powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not hitting the land cyclers.
I have 8 of them. They all 10.
Oh, they did pop up. My bad.
We put all 10.
The land cyclers would be good.
All 10.
I don't know if there's a red-white one though.
No, there's not. There's just 4 of each.
Okay.
This needs to have more lands in it though. So.
Well, I think you could play the other ones though. I wonder if you could just run like all cycle lands. I guess there's no such thing as an arid mesa here.
No.
You probably don't want to run all cycle lands. But...
16 cycle land. They're all tap lands though.
I know, that's the problem.
Is Exalted Angel good enough? I don't really think so.
It might be.
I feel like it's
pretty good against the red decks.
a trap, right? Like it's an older card that you want to play, but
I mean, it's really good with Astral Slide. Yeah, this is for Set Roulette, which has a I'll just post the link.
you can just do exclamation mark set roulette and exclamation mark sets.
Okay, that works.
I was ready. I did some of the streaming things correctly.
Nice.
Be proud of me.
Yeah, I mean, for the people that think it looks horrible, like it's really hard for an aggro deck to beat this deck. This is like the premier.
This is a white. This is a white 1-mana cycler. Doesn't do anything when you cycle it.
Man, if only we got the most recent set with like the Fox.
Oh God.
Should be like insane.
I think they said nothing before War of the Spark. So nothing after War of the Spark. I think. Can't remember.
I mean, that's good because those sets would.
I have no idea, Cho. Is Hollow One good in this deck? Tell me.
No, I don't think Hollow One's good anymore.
We need to wait. You think we're just gonna win with just cyclers?
Well, it was running Eternal Dragon.
We don't have Eternal Dragon.
I wish we did.
That's great. Wonderful.
I mean, we could figure out something else, but yeah, we could run just cyclers. Like Lightning Rift does get there eventually. I would run Eternal Exalted Angel too. I think Exalted Angel.
You actually think Exalted Angel is the way to be?
And you probably want Wrath of God as well.
Oh, you definitely want Wrath of God, yeah.
So like blinking out your Exalted Angel and then attacking with a 4/5 is pretty good.
4/8. We need more lands still, right? We need like 22 or something. We can have a lot of lands because we have all cycle lands.
I'm not sure I would run this many, but I probably would run like 5 of each color, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we don't need this Chroma's Vengeance.
Yeah. Chroma's Vengeance might be fun with like Planeswalkers, although I don't think there were really any good ones in this format.
I didn't see very many good Planeswalkers.
There was like Bolus, which is like the not really what you want to be playing.
I think this deck actually might want Hollow One. I'm not.
So, actually, you were running a Chroma's Vengeance to destroy other Lightning Rifts and Astral Slides.
Do you still play it?
No, I hope like this deck isn't that popular. It's hard to metagame in a format that doesn't exist and will only exist for one format. It's like, you got 5 minutes, by the way, until the premiere.
I don't think it's going to fire, but we can look.
You're saying that based on
5 of 16.
No, because there's like 5 people in there.
Yeah, you're not going to get 11 in 5 minutes.
Oh, but there's Saturn. No, I've got work to do actually at 6. So I was planning on hanging it up after that anyway, but
sure.
That's a shame. I was hoping that Prelim would start. All right. I mean, that's like a shell that we could work on. I think the best deck to start with is the mono red deck. What about a blue-black control deck?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Good. With Scarab Goddess like the top.
Yeah, for sure.
Or we could even do
Scarab Daddy
as well. Because the best removal spell is Terminate in this format, followed closely by a Braid.
I mean, if you have red black, and like you can really limit choke, right? And boil.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you play a bunch of like the filter lands, you can really limit the rest. I mean, you might time out because these lands are really freaking annoying to tap.
There's no more. There's not another filter land, right?
There's the black-red one, the Graven Cards.
Oh.
But there's no blue-red one in this format.
No, you don't want to play too many because they don't work well with each other.
No, I mean they work well with Reflecting Pool.
Yeah. So we could just play a deck that completely dodges pool and gets like wrecked by Fulminator Mage.
But just concede the Bloodman. Like your win condition could be 7 mana Bolos and Scarab God.
All right, so this was like what, Leak and God, like 2 gods or 3 gods or something.
Did we reset the sets? No. Oh, did they have the cycling?
What?
The cycling duels? Did I see that? No, I don't think I did. Okay, because that would really change a lot of things. I'm like, I don't think I saw those.
This deck has like generically powerful cards, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
Done a pretty good job of not hitting a reset filter. It's been been an impressive existence.
Oh, okay. I thought Cindervarans was it. I was wrong.
Supreme Will is pretty good. I like Supreme Will.
Yeah, the best card draw spell is probably Concentrate. But you probably want a creature.
What about
so
just
maybe
playing Champion of Wits?
What's up?
Just play Champion of Wits.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would probably just want the Champion of Wits.
You have Dark Vanishing too. You could also play Volcanic Hammer if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, Shock is probably better.
We're like literally never casting Shock on turn 1. The way our mana base is currently set up anyways.
I don't know if there's a good sweeper.
Pyroclasm. Hour of Devastation.
Oh, could do that one. It's castable with the Graven Cards. Probably want it as like a 2-of.
Yeah, we have a Ponza deck and a red-green aggro deck already, Joe. The fucking Lotus. Come on. Come on. You not see the Lotus? Go click on Show's Lotus, and it'll zoom in a little bit more. It looks nice.
It's nice. Just look at it closely. Very closely.
You too could have a Lotus if you subbed. I think it looks fucking good. What do you... What? I can't see it on here. Okay, that's look at that. It's nice.
Yeah, but then I have to have that stupid collector roof emote. Wait, why isn't my subscription going through? Oh, I think it actually did. Well, whatever.
Bolas is like the best planeswalker in this. I just sort of think you like need a Bolas, right? With you have Scarab God? Maybe you do. Ow! Oh my god, my ear was murdered. Thank you. I appreciate you murdering my ear.
That was my fault. My bad. I think Bolas would be like a 1-of. Like it wouldn't be a huge amount, but
which one is the better
from a different angle.
One?
Scarab God seems like really problematic. Like I don't know how people are gonna kill that.
No exile removal, right? There's
really?
There is the exile removal in black.
There's a couple of things that exile.
Which one of these
Like,
is
if
better?
wait, that one can't be better.
Which one can't be better?
The one that's in the intro decks.
Oh, is this okay?
Each opponent loses 3 life unless the player sacrifices
All
their
right. I
land.
didn't read it all the way. Okay.
-11. What was the -11?
Yo, we can tutor it though. Look at the
We
mana
have the-
rock. We can tutor it though.
That is probably one of the best mana rocks in the deck.
We just play a Visage
play
of
that.
Bolus and a Deceiver. Fine.
That's not terrible.
Look at this. Whenever we cast a Bolus Planeswalker, we can sack this to Necrotal or something.
Sacrifice it to Necrotal or something. That's like exactly what Necrotal does.
Yeah, perfect. Got him. Get wrecked. I don't know, man. Deck looks like fucking snooze fest.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it already.
There's too many winning
Oh,
conditions.
Smother. Wait, Smother.
There's no Smother in this format, is there?
Yeah, it was an Onslaught.
Oh shit. That's better than Shock.
Yeah.
We can
Second
play
best
some. We can play
removal
some tap lands now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like blue black one probably. Maybe the Cinder Barons. Like a blue black tap land, right?
Yeah,
Saltmarsh.
Salt Marsh.
Maybe you just split it and you just hit the Cinder Barons and the Salt Marsh, and we just play a crazy mana base.
You can actually split the types because there's Spurborg Volcano too.
Wait.
I don't think like Cinder Barons is better than Spurborg. They both come into play tapped, and they're equivalent, right?
Which one? Orborg Volcano. Yeah, that's exactly equivalent. What do you want to do? You want to split them up so you don't have the same name?
One of each.
Oh
One of each.
God, right.
That's just good deck building. That's just good deck building.
Just good deck building. Is there a blue black one too?
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be.
Yeah, it's constructed with 6 randomly chosen sets under some kind of constraints. This is a If Near Deadlands deck.
I mean, like, paying life doesn't seem great.
You do have a lot of removal already.
Yeah, like
We are
the removal in
Grixis.
this format is decent.
We are Grixis though, so we can't actually beat Astral Slides, right?
No, but that's why like Orborg is good. Not Orborg, but Nicol Bolas.
Right.
Because Nicol Bolas gives you a way to, like, that's going to be really hard to actually.
If I get to cast their Astral Slides, you know, you just +2
yeah,
them over and
that's
over
gonna
again.
Yeah, +3 or +2. Like that's going to be really hard to Lightning Helix out or Lightning whatever out.
Got like 8 million life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only exile spell in the format is Hour of Glory.
That makes like a treasure thing.
No, it just gets rid of all the gods. 4 mana.
Oh,
exile
that's
creature.
actually really good in this format with Scarab God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So playing it as a one of, or 1 or 2 of.
I think 2, maybe 1, yeah. This is like a 22 land deck or something, like something insane, right?
A 22 land. Yeah, like
24?
close to like 25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many cycle?
mean,
can I
that's
play some
typical for
cycle
neutral.
lands or no?
I don't think the cycle lands are that good. Like you don't want all of your lands to come into play tapped.
Do we actually play some basic lands here? Do we play Polluted Delta and some basic lands, or
Yeah.
is that even worth it?
I mean, the problem is it's not like very great, but
Is it even worth it to play fetches? I don't really know.
no. So I don't think it's worth it to play the fetches.
At this point, are we going like up more though, like having more volcanoes and more Oh, you don't really want
That's
that many of the black-red ones. You'd rather have the blue-black ones. Probably like 4 salt marshes, right?
Yeah. So I mean, as long as you have blue and black, you'll have access to all of your colors with the filter lands. I think the Graven Cairns.
Only with this land.
Yeah, I mean that's like going to be the key land for the most part.
There's nothing that makes us need basics, right? There's no Path to Exile. There's no
Blood Moon.
Oh.
Blood Moon is kind of it, but there's not really much we can do about Blood Moon.
Yeah. I don't...
There's no like Hydroblast effect that like lets you kill it.
I don't think we're doing anything about a Blood Moon.
No. I mean, there's like you can run islands, but then we are more vulnerable to.
You probably do want some islands then, so that we need like a bounce effect in the deck. Like I think you should have outs, right?
Oh yeah, probably. Or we could just lose. I mean, I'm okay with that. Like it's unlikely that it's gonna be too much.
There definitely be Blood Moon decks. That's like one of the first decks we built was a Blood Moon deck. Is there a good wait? There was a good bounce spell, right? That you said there was, or was that a creature bounce spell?
I don't remember. Return.
Oh, this thing had a looting on it.
Yeah, somebody pointed that out.
A little low power.
I said that was what they printed because they thought more folk looter was too overpowered.
Oh, I remember Consign. Consign is good. Return target non-land permanent, and it also has the Mind Rot on the back end.
It's not bad.
We're getting pretty close to filling out this deck. I feel like, do we want some like creatures here for the Scarab God? Like, do we want like Necrotals or?
Is Red Cap better, or is Necrotal better?
Necrotal's gotta be better than Red Cap here.
Like, it depends on what you expect. If you expect a lot of 2 and 1 power creatures, and Red Cap,
I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what people are going to decide to do. There's a lot. They have a lot of choices, as we've already shown.
Yeah, I wish there was also like incidental ways of exiling cards from the graveyard, because Hammer of Bogarden could be annoying.
I don't think there's any exile counter spells, right?
Is Hour of Glory an instant?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice at least. Because yeah, the Buried Alive Demigod deck could be annoying.
We don't have any card draw yet. That is true.
Yeah, so Concentrate is probably the best card draw.
Concentrate. I don't think we're doomsdaying anything.
No. So we Doomsday for Buried Alive and 4 Demigods.
Oh, got him.
Or we just ignore that and just cast a Demigod for, every turn. So Concentrate's up 1. No, you're there. It's white bordered.
Oh, that's the best card draw spell?
Well, what are you expecting? Good card draw spells in this 6-set format?
Yeah, I am. I expect something better.
It's like Treasure Cruise.
Trade routes.
It's practically Treasure Cruise.
Get them.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Concentrate saw
draw a card for each bird on the battlefield.
Dude, they literally didn't print Concentrate because they thought it was too powerful.
Inspiration. That's got to be better than Concentrate.
No, it's not. Concentrate is so much better.
What? It's instant speed.
Yeah, but you only draw 2 cards. Concentrate's really good.
Arcanus. Scarab got back my Arcanus.
They haven't reprinted a Concentrate. Like, Concentrate's way too good in this format.
Oh my, alright. How many Concentrates?
All of them.
4?
No, I don't know. You probably want like 2 or 3.
Cycle Bird?
If you want to run it.
I don't know why.
It doesn't seem that good because I don't know how much
someone said Cycle Bird. We have Tragic Lesson.
There's a sweet card. They literally haven't printed Concentrate from 8th edition onward because it was too overpowered.
Alright. I believe you. We're short on lands in this deck still, right?
Yeah, we need 25.
This is also probably a 2-nickel Bolas deck, right?
Yeah. Like the other thing is, like, if you wanted to go more tap out, like Rewind is good. But
we're definitely not tap out. We're definitely a control, like. That's why I'm like kind of worried about
less tap out, more draw go.
I mean, we are more draw go, right? Like, kind of. I guess we're somewhere in between at the moment.
Yeah.
All right, how do we make 5 more lands?
I don't know. Couple islands, couple swamps. Like the mana base can change too as we play games. So Necrotal, or I'm sorry, Raminap, or whatever that is, the 2-mana one, is better against Bloodmoon. And that we can actually cast it.
Which is better against Bloodmoon?
The Murderous Redcap.
Oh. You really want to murder Redcap, huh?
Correct.
I guess it does have
Tragic Lesson is catalog, not me. So in a control deck, you want to generate card advantage.
I think we can put 2.
And catalog does not generate card advantage.
I think we could put 2 cycle lands, like 2 sandbars or something.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I mean, the comes into play tapped might be an issue. But
I mean, we don't have any plays on turn 1.
Yeah, but we do have 6 comes into play tap lands, and you're going to be drawing them over the course of a long game.
True. If new Roulette for the Doomsday deck.
Format needs Mystic Sanctuary.
Exactly.
I like Croatian.
Like what?
I like Croatian Tusker, but this isn't the deck for it.
Yes. I need 2 more lands before I quit looking at this.
You can run Delta. 2 Deltas. You don't have to run 4.
Perfect. The classic 2 Delta deck. All right, that's a pile. That's technically our first complete pile. I think oh, actually no, this was 60.
No,
we gave up on the
made the red deck. The red deck's complete.
This is technically 60, but it's not doesn't have enough lands in it yet. This deck is
the red green aggro deck's complete.
This is our best deck, so.
I mean, sure, yeah, we took generically good cards. I'm not sure about the pile drivers, but everything else is like really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know. We could have put something else in, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, maybe these pile drivers. These are goblins, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the right one. This is like the kind of thing where this is the kind of thing where I do wish that I was like mana traders or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be like 30. I'm sure it'll be like 30 tickets though. I mean, it's not the Wooded Foothills, but I should own 4 Wooded Foothills anyways.
I can't believe I don't own Earthshaker Kenrez.
All right, what else do we see in here that we would like? We don't have a Wiltleaf. We don't have a Wiltleaf Liege deck.
Yeah, so the question is, do we do like mono green beatdowns, or do we do like a mono white beatdown or mono white deck?
I don't know.
Oh wait, Chain of Plasma and Swan, is that a combo?
We have Seismic Assault and Swan.
Well, no, Chain of Plasma. What does Chain say?
Chain? That's the one where no, it's the. I thought that was that player. Then that player or that permanent controller may discard a card. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you chain your Swan, don't you keep drawing 3 cards until you decide not to?
No. You have to have one already.
Well, yeah.
So if you had a card to discard, you could do that.
Yeah, but that turns it into a combo. I think that might be easier to pull off than Seismic Swans, or at least give you more.
So Swans is a replacement effect, not a trigger. So it would deal 3, drawing you cards in the middle of it. Oh, wow. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that actually seems really good.
So there's essentially 2 different ways to combo off with
Swan. Should we put the Swan deck together? Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Are you going to go...
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like where I was planning to stop, but like that's how I would look at swans, like chains and swans with maybe seismic assault. So assault is kind of one of the weaker cards.
We didn't end up getting to mono black, swans, some kind of Jund deck or a ramp deck, but we did look at a couple Bloodbraid decks, Gifts deck, the Grixis deck, and the Slide Cycling deck.
Yeah, so definitely a lot to work with. Like this format has a lot of very cool, interesting interactions.
There still is like a crazy enchantment deck as well. Like maybe it's Glorious Anthem. Maybe it is a white based aggro deck.
Yeah, and then they have the Savannah Lions, and there was Whiplash. I don't know. I think there could be a red, green, or 4-color or 3-color cycling deck.
Or green, aggro, green, cycle. We still don't have a demigod deck.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
It was buried alive, huh?
There's a surprising amount of depth. These 6.
Yeah, that is what they're like, huh? Wow.
Yeah, instead of just printing new sets, they should just like create standard out of 6 existing sets.
Have to sell those sets again, though.
That's fine. Just ignore the reserve list and reprint previous sets. You heard about like the Pro Tour being like 32 copies of Growth Spiral and Breeding Pool.
Yup.
All right. This was fun. So I look forward to testing this with you as we go forward.
Yeah, so feel free to build during the week. It looks like Saturn's going to build a little bit too. So we have a channel in the Discord. If anyone's not in the Discord, you can type an ! Discord and get an invite to that. But we have a set roulette channel, so I think we'll have at least a couple people building decks during the week. I am currently planning on trying to build something reasonable and play it and stream it on next Sunday, as long as I can figure out how to enter the stupid tournament. It says that I'm not a verified Discord person. I don't know what that means. I have to figure that out. This card is a double striker.
I'll talk to you later, Justin.
All right, yeah, sorry to keep you. Thanks for being on, and I'll talk to you later.
No problem, my pleasure.
All right, so Saturn, what did you build, by the way? Oh, you already have Liege deck built? You want me to like finish something up, Saturn, and then battle? Or yeah, post the list to Discord. I want to see what it looks like. I don't have... I feel like I want to just jam this for some things first. I want to play with Crows and Tusker really bad, don't you? See that now? I've definitely got it in Cube before. There is Kasali Pride Mage. I don't think there's a green-white dual land, though. You gotta be careful, like, the mana base in this format is not that good. Oh my god, Saturn, okay. God Pharaoh's Gift, green-white aggro, blue-white control. Cool, cool, cool. Oh my god, you have so many. Oh my god, he has so many decks. You did look at Enchantress as well? Damn, dude. You wanna I gotta see how much buying this is. Fun. Probably like actually some amount of money because of the Wooded Foothills, but I should probably just own Wooded Foothills anyways, so Oh, not bad. It's probably just Wooded Foothills, right? 10 tickets for Wooded Foothills, and then everything else is cents. You'll love to see it. I'm not sure about these pile drivers, I guess, but whatever. Alright, Saturn. You can pick whatever. Pick one at random. Pick one that sounds fun. Let's see what this looks like. I guess I can turn down this head. I just bought Wooded Foothills and Matt, so that was like the whole deck. The whole deck costs 3 Wooded Foothills. It's fine. I can just own Wooded Foothills now. It's fine. All right, Saturn. Let's battle. I'm down to just play a couple matches. I don't know. I don't want to stream too long. I don't want to stream too long. I don't want to. Oh. No. Well. I don't have you as friend right now. Oh yeah, I have it turned off because someone was like spamming me while I was playing a match. All right. Yeah, let's just do a couple battles and then see what this comes out to be. I mean, this looks fine. These are some of the, like, the lower power level of our cards, but oh no! Persist! That's still kind of annoying. But we have Wither. Wither's pretty good against Persist. I mean, I could like shock it and then make something not block. It just doesn't seem very good. I think I would rather just play my cohort out. Can't attack though. It's definitely a good blocker against what we have going on. Like, you're gonna play Kitchen Finks too? God. Alright, so we have the true answer to this, which is just a bunch of ram gangs here. I guess it's not great if we double block. So I don't think I can attack this turn. Or maybe I can just attack with these this turn. They block or they double block. If I just wait till next turn, I can have shock up. Feels like that's much better. I just feel like if I get double blocked here, it's just not great for. Well, I guess this becomes a 1/1 anyways, so it's not actually that bad. With the classic Wither Persist battle. Painter Servant. I don't know what's happening. Why is there a Painter Servant? What is the combo? What is Saturn up to here? Ooh, Bloodbraid Elf. Is that better than playing Ram Gang with Shock Up? I don't think so. That doesn't sound like it would be better. I could always make one of these not be able to block this turn. That's actually probably better than shocking. Like, we're clocking them really fast. As long as we don't lose to some combo that I've never seen before right now. But you do have Bastion. Oh god. All enchantments. All permanents are enchantments. This is symmetrical? I didn't know that. I have no idea what this combo is going to be. So I can just play if I just play Volcanic Hammer, this can't block. Shock, this can't block, and attack all. Gotta be close, right? So that's 5, 1 blocker, 8, 10, 11 Exactsies. Volcanic Hammer you. This can't block. Shock you. Can't block. Attack all. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, this deck has like opponent like stopped my 1 and 2 drops from attacking, and I still kind of ran him over. I'm gonna do my great sideboarding plans. I don't know if Saturn's gonna sideboard. Yeah, Initiate was pretty good there, for sure. This shift just looks generically, like, pretty strong. Oh, Elfheim Palace. Okay. We also have this. This combos pretty well with that as well. Like, if he plays this guy, I can actually just Earthkicker Shenra at this turn. It's like, it's a solid turn. This deck looks really good. I don't know, guys. It's gonna be really sad. Oh, Kitchen Finks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess we can just keep things. I forgot that this is not the one where we can't have it block. That kind of gets annoying, right? I guess I can make the Kitchen Finks not block and just attack all. Or I could just play the Ram Gang and attack with the Ram Gang. I don't know. The problem is he's gonna eat this thing and gain 2 life, which I don't really want to happen. I think it makes more sense to just Earthshaker Kenra the Kitchen Finks. Oh, I can't Earthshaker Kenra the Kitchen Finks. Well, fuck me. Read the card, Justin. Just read the card. I definitely wish I had that other 1-drop now. The other 1-drop looks sweet, actually. So this doesn't make my things big enough. Alva Maya Enchantress. See? Don't exactly see. Oh my god, I forgot this thing has Eternalize. What the hell? That's nuts. So playing my Liege doesn't actually, I mean, this makes it a 4-3, I guess, which is actually pretty relevant. So I kind of think that makes the most sense right now. This turns into this. this turns into this, and then this makes color list. Yeah, Kenra, I played with Kenra in that standard for sure. I think it just makes sense to keep coming in. Obviously, he can block the persist guy here. Why is it? Is this thing gonna get really big now? Because he's gonna make everything an enchantment. That's the combo, right? Alright, so oh my god, it's a 16-16. Didn't attack though? I feel like you have to attack there. I just make it hard for us to attack, I guess, because this thing has to come in. I have a lot of burn though. I also have this initiate. So oh, sorry, Saturn. All right, this initiate looks real good. So if I just flame javelin, make this can't block, that's at 5, yeah. Blocks here, takes 5 exactly. Our deck is kind of nasty. Our deck kind of nasty. Bam! Oh, wow. We have so much gas too. Like we have Eternalize, we have Ramanop Ruins, we've got Bogart and Elf. Like if opponent was grinding with us, we could totally grind. That's like nuts. I have a feeling that these cards are really bad. I feel like Saturn could have attacked us, though. I think if Saturn had attacked us, it would have been better. I feel like we need a different creature than Pile Driver, though. It's too bad that this isn't just mono red. Maybe we want like a spell. Kind of an interesting card. That is a big boy. It's not the worst. We could play more lands in this deck. We have like a lot of late game engines. What if we do that? You have to sack deserts. I just love how our curve looks. The only thing we have is deserts and Kenra, right? What did the mono red aggro standard what block is this? Hour of Devastation? That was 21 lands. But it had Beaumont Courier. Imagine if we had a Hazaret. Yeah, I don't think we want like green cards. I think we only want red cards. And Bloodbraid Elf. Do we have enough ways to actually cast? Do we have enough ways to actually cast Bloodbraid Elf here? This, I guess that's 9 sources. I guess 9 sources is fine. Whenever we draw this 1 forest, we're gonna be so sad. All right, Saturn, you wanna battle again with a different deck or same deck? Oh no, I'll go again. All right, we won the play. We can play Blood Moon, but I don't really think you want to. I guess you can actually. There's probably a sideboard card, Leviathan, if there's like a 5-color deck. I don't think you want to play it in your main deck. Like the whole idea of this one is just to attack. Like attack as the most efficiently as possible. Is this enough cards? Might be fine. A lot of lands, but we have 2 Ramnock Ruins, so it's not the worst to have a lot of lands here. Yeah, I haven't made any sideboards just because I don't know what the decks are gonna look like yet. Once we have a better picture of what we're gonna go up against, then we can do some stuff. Some Moot Planeswalker. That's the 4-mana red-green one. The hell is this? At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 4 or more creatures in your graveyard, you may return a creature from your graveyard. Okay. We're just playing... We're just playing spoiler to all the fun things that Saturn wants to do. Burning Tree Emissary is legal in this format? I don't think it is. Burning Tree Emissary. Oh, that card's from Gatecrash. Yeah, it's gotta be from one of those sets. It's like better to play the Liege here than to play Bloodbraid Elf, right? Oh, they're playing Undead Gladiator. Very cool. We just keep hitting like perfect curve outs, right? This deck looks like the fun police. Just like the most. That's what I figured when I saw like the cards that were going into this deck. I was like, this is gonna be the bar in which you have to not. Oh my god, Besiege the Queen. Is he gonna demigod? Is that what's gonna happen? Like buried alive demigod or something? Necrotal. Alright, well, they're dead. They're very, very dead. Just on board dead. We would have hit. Oh, we would have hit a hasty cohort. Wow. We had 8 power in play, and we were gonna put in another 8 power, right? Yeah, pretty sick. I don't think we've gotten like nut draws either. We've drawn pretty well, but ooh, here we go, starting to mulligan. On the draw, this hand, like this card is not very good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, do you keep this hand on the draw? Kind of feel like you would, right? You would just put down a flame javelin and hope to draw lands. Maybe that's asking for like too much. This might be the hand we lose. What kind of removal can the opponent play? Like smother? Dark Banishing, Necrotal. I mean, it's still curving out. I mean, we did top deck land, right? But oh, going for the Fulminator Mage, a bold play. Little did they know we would just top deck a land every turn of the game. Or opponent. We've top decked land every single turn. God, I have to keep targeting all my own creatures. Very annoying. I feel like Fulminator might have wanted to like block sack. Oh, Murderous Redcap. Rest in peace. So I could just attack with the gang, or I could attack for 5 with Kenra. I think it makes more sense to attack with the gang and then Kenra next turn, because then I could like make 2 things not block. Mana is really annoying. With this, the fact that this thing has Wither has been very, very good. Much better than I thought it would be. Okay, Beseech the Queen. What are we Grim Tutoring for? What is the stabilizing play here? Undead Gladiator, fair. But we have lethal, right? Oh, they decided not to play the Undead Gladiator. Interesting. I don't know. This deck is something else, let me tell you. Oh, we have a removal spell. We got smothered. I don't think it matters, seeing as we have so much damage still. You can't block. Uh. Oh, I did the wrong one. I'm stupid. Sorry, chat. I tapped the wrong spell. Oh, another tutor. I did draw a land every turn I needed to draw a land. Absolutely factually true. Tutored for a swamp. Oh, Undead Gladiator costs 3. Okay. Yeah, I have infinite damage at all times. This is good deck. Yeah, this deck, I don't know, Saturn. It just has everything. It just goes. I drew really well that game, by the way. I drew only lands, so I got very lucky. Corrupt is a lot of life gain. That would have been annoying. Yeah. I misclicked. I had lethal and I hit the wrong burn spell. Yeah, your tutor definitely can't get corrupt unless you already have 6 left. Makes sense. I wish I had this Godfarer's Gift deck finished. I just don't have it finished yet, so this is the only thing where I was like, I have to 60. I mean, this is like, I don't want to play this. Build it. Right. Alright. Feel like you want to be white. I feel like I'm gonna play white and Saturn's gonna be not a deck that Sunscare Champion is good again. I don't know, the idea of red cap is kind of sick though. It's possible that I could be Esper, right? You could just be Esper. $13, $17, $22 with cycles. Like not really a deck where we want swamp, right? We might just want those tap lands, right? What were those called? I don't think we can play red caps. We don't really have I don't have that many ways. Maybe we can. What was the tap lands called? Anyone know what the tap lands were called? Like a gate, it's like a C something. Oh, Coastal Tower. Salt Marsh. I'm like a little worried about some of this stuff. This kind of looks like a mess. Maybe I want like the swamp. I don't know. This feels like kind of. feel like you would want more basics. Basics. Shiftnet Dunes? Is that actually better though? I don't really think that's actually better. That's the white, yeah. We can try this. I don't know if it's enough to get through, but we can try it. This might not be enough lands. 13, 17, 22. Like we don't have opt or cast out. What if we just do this? Try this for a second. This seems like an absolute mess. I definitely don't want to buy set roulette. That would be bad. I love this. Nothing is worth anything. Is there a coastal? Whatever, it's 20 cents. Oh, they're all like 20 cents. Cool. All right, submit. All right, Saturn. Let's get my ass kicked here. I'm a little worried about the power level of the things that we will be God Pharaoh's gifting here. We don't have like a big whammy, you know? We also don't have a flyer. Why do I own 5 bazaars? I feel like I'm missing something in this deck, but that's not really the answer. Where's the set thing? Where's the... Right, if I do this, and I sort it by CMC, descending, Avatar of Hope, that's a 4/4 flyer that blocks creatures. Oh, what about just animating Sphinx of the Steel Wind? 4/4 flying, first strike vigilance, lifelink, pro green, pro red. Hold on. Can't stop me. I own one of these. Perfect. Perfect. I also wait, I can return. Oh, no. We want more. Hold on. This is the new plan. This is the new plan, chat. Do we have enough ways to put it in our yard? Not really. We just do 2 then. Hold on 1 second. I need to go buy another Sphinx of the Steel Wind. I don't want this many red caps. What if I just want like a bunch of... How many is the right number though? I just learned that I can reanimate my Sphinx of the Steel Wind, so I'm looking at life in a whole new way right now. Probably enough. It's probably enough. We'll just do that for now. How did we miss this, Matt? This is the tech. This is the tech. Alright, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I just need to buy one fly boy. Alright, I'm ready. Let's battle. This is the time. Alright, I will be on the play. What do I got here? Looks fine. Yes. Oh, also has a coastal tower. I need both of these. I guess I need to read the runes more. Fuck. But this is more important. I only have 4 of them. Whereas I can draw a champion of wits. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe I made the wrong choice. I do have like lots of cards I might need to discard. So maybe I made the wrong choice here. I have 4 champions, 2 more read the runes, 4 strategic plannings, or 3 more strategic plannings. Oh, what? That's okay. I have Wrath of Gods. Everything is fine. Maybe we'll just go up to 7 mana. That does anything either. Yeah, this seems like this was a mistake for sure. This is blue-white control then. Oh, there's Bant too. This might be a long match of Magic, chat. Okay, when he mana leaks this, I can then restoration it. Perfect plays. Kind of want this to be able to go back in the yard, so I'm gonna just block there. All right, we're going all the way up. Nothing can stop us. Way up. Yeah, you can play swans. Yeah. We found a better combo too. It's like chains of something. Maybe we want to wait until we have more counter. Ah, fuck. Use our mana efficiently here. Yeah, I got mana leaked, but that's fine because now we can restore it. This is a battle. Oh, that's a perfect draw for like 2 turns ago. Alright, can I return my God-Pharaoh's gift? Counter unless I pay 1. I pay 1. Alright, I have 1. I just have nothing in my yard. But if this gets countered, it goes in my yard, so I'm okay with casting this. This got countered, which is fine, because now when we go to my combat step, I get to return it and draw 4. Oh my god, I miss this feeling! I need to send a shot to Kane. We're in. Alright. So I probably don't need Wrath of God at this point. What kind of things can they do to kill my God Pharaoh's gift in the main deck? Am I gonna get Wrath now? That's so fine. Oh no, another wall of denial. I probably should have... Oh, this is fine, I'll just return the red cap this turn. Or I can return the Architect. Probably better, actually. And look at my top 3 and put them back in any order. See? But I'm not going to cycle now, because I really want to get rid of some of these. Hmm. I can't pay through Mana Leak, but that's fine. I have to be careful of, like, overextending into Wrath of God. Oh my god. Beautiful. I think we have enough creatures in our deck where it's not really gonna matter. Because this is always gonna go to my yard, and this is so sick! It was so sick! Oh, I miss this. Pretty sure we're just gonna jam strategic. Well, how much is that thing that cycle? How much is the thing that costs 1 mana? Oh, I definitely want Champion of Wits. But I do want these. You want those lands too, but. Oh, nice. We get to jam a Champion of Wits here. It's really good for us. A little awkward. Definitely not blocking. Oh wow, they're tapping out here. If we hit a land, we just get our God Pharaoh's gift. Please land, 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 land. Yes, it's so good. We're just going off. I guess we're gonna hit one of these now. We really want our champion to go to the yard so that we can reanimate it with God Pharaoh's gifts. Right? I'd love a champion. I'd love to draw 4 and discard 2. I don't think we're ever gonna need a Wrath of God. This is so sick. I miss this so much. What is this? The flash wall. Vendor flash wall, yeah, whatever. I think we would just want to play like a champion here, still hold up mana leak. But like we don't really need like restorations or read the runes anymore. Unless they got rid of our God Pharaoh's gift somehow, but we haven't really seen a way for them to do that. There might be some kind of like boomerang or something, but oh shit. Alright, at the very least we can tap them out. Alright, so we might lose our God Pharaoh's gift on the next turn here. Oh, they paid for it with their own mana leak, so now they can sack and kill it. Value. So we should have kept the restoration for our Khazali Pride Mage, I guess. Definitely gonna snap block here. So another restoration, or I could just jam a Scarab God. Cost 7 to eternalize, right? They only have 2 cards in hand. I just want to jam a Scarab God here. Like if it gets Wrath, it's not a big deal. What? Exile the bottom card. Exile target card. You must have sideboarded against me here. They can sack and get rid of a card if I target it. Okay. I think we just let this happen. If I want a God Pharaoh. Not really. So now I can just hit my land drop and just bring back my thing. So we can probably get rid of like at least one of the lands. Maybe just get rid of 2 lands. I do want to hit lands, but this is going to be another flash defender. Fine. We're just outvaluing the crap out of him. Card is not very good. Kind of needs like Scavenging Ruins or something. There's Hour of whatever. Or like killing the Scarab God. I think it's just like Hour. Oh my god, he's got Gaia's Blessing. Yeah. You can still return your kitchen finks. Millstone! Oh, I see, I see. I see. It was a control deck through and through. I want to just, want to exile this kitchen finks. That way we drain for some more. Those. I don't need to commit anything else onto the board. Card's not very good. Yeah, Scarab God is that's a powerful card right there. This is too funny, dude. I love it. Damn. Well, I mean, you don't really do anything. Your deck literally does nothing, so I can do whatever I want. What I'm saying is I was worrying about like the targets I bring back. Like obviously Champion's a great one because I draw 4, but like these ones aren't that good. But Scarab God's so good. Counter spells, like you have to always be countering this. And this. There's no exile effects besides Hour of Glory, right? That went really well. You want to try something else? Why don't you play something that attacks or something? Oh, you're gonna have off. All right. So we're out of participants. Anyone else in chat have any expo? It's all good. We're already you know, up to like hour 3. I might go watch some League or something. So we put together 2 cool decks. We got a God Pharaoh's Gift deck, and we've got a really powerful aggro deck. We have an idea of a Ponza deck. We have an idea for a Nicol Bolas deck. And we have a shell for an Astral Slide deck. Alright, so I'm gonna save these. I'll just do one big bulk export. I'm gonna head off for the night. I'm gonna go do some other things. I appreciate everyone who hung around. I think my plan is maybe I'll do 1 or 2 streams this week where I battle like either Saturn or Matt or someone who makes decks for the tournament, and we'll just do some practice, do some more theory crafting, and then I'll stream vintage prelims if they fire, and that'll probably be the plan for the next week. So I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna find a nice place for you guys to go. Oh, that's a perfectly good place for you guys to go. Lord Beerus is streaming. I'm not exactly sure what he's streaming, but I think I saw Sprite Dragons and Force of Wills, so it should be something that you guys are interested in. I'll see you on the next stream, guys. All right. Night.